am finally breaking the silence of just what I've been going through. What's up, Nation Gang? I just wanted to make a video. I was gonna go live, but that just was too broad for me. I was gonna make a status, but that just was too much. I really don't want to do this, but I feel like by a status that my ex had put up, I feel like now I have to defend my name because I don't want people to construe the situation or even paint me out to look bad, you know? So I am finally breaking the silence of just what I've been going through these past few years with my ex. This is a touchy topic for me, so bear with me, have patience with me throughout this video because it could get a little tough. So if you guys watched our previous video, my previous video of us on my channel, y'all kind of just got like a base, you know, of how we met and things like that. So when I had met Shan, it was very, which is my ex, that's Shan. I was very like, I don't know. It just, when I had met her, it just felt like a breath of fresh air. Like, it just was always a good time. The energy was always on an all-time high. She just was a person that I just released my stress through. You know what I mean? Like, if I'm having a rough time, she called me what I'm doing. I'm telling her, oh, I'm hungry or I'm bored, She would be pulling up quick or dropping off some food or making sure I'm good, you know, motivating me in the morning, telling me I can do this, I can do that, telling me how dope of a person I am. It just was always good vibes. I mean, we would be out and about, people would just see our chemistry and just how we interact with each other, and they would just be like, oh my God, y'all together are like impeccable, like y'all energy is dope, y'all this, that, and the third. And that really stuck with me because I never been like that with nobody else, you know, especially at a time like that. Like, I ain't never met somebody that just was like my inner me in a way. Like, we was synced in. I mean, think of the best of friends. Like, that's what me and Shan was. And even in that time, a lot of people always tell me, even my the girl I was dating at the time, she always tell me like, oh, something about her. I don't know what it is, but it's something about her. And so I just never seen it. So I'm like, I don't see it, you know, whatever. Don't get me wrong. She did do a few weird things where I would be like, that's not what a friend does. Like, friends don't do that. And I will always confront Shan about it. I will always tell her, like, you know, don't do that to me or whatever. But I'm the type of friend that's like, if you do something to me, I'm gonna let you know. Let me go get some tissue real quick. Yeah, like I was saying, I'm the type of friend, if you do anything to me that I don't agree with or that just made me feel weird, I'm gonna let you know. Like, I'm gonna speak up on that. That's it, that's all. And it just seemed like at that time when we was friends, like, she'll hear me, but it just will always be something. So there was times throughout me and Shan's friendships where we would not even be talking. We'll cut each other off because of certain incidents. I just didn't have time for it. Like, I'm not finna be dealing with this, you know? So there was a time where, by certain situations, I'm like, man, I don't even think we're just friends, you know? Like I said, we built a bond so tight throughout the BS. We just seemed like, you know, through those times where we wasn't talking, back to the times where that would be our first time talking in a long ass time. It seems like we didn't miss out on no time. Like the energy, the love, the inner, like just everything that you needed within a person, like just know that it was still all there. So I'm just like, man, like what is it with us that we just always like seem like we ain't never missed a beat? So by that time, I'm not gonna lie, I grew really deep feelings for Shan, because I'm like, she is everything that I've always wanted with no explanation. I didn't have to even ask when it came to certain stuff. She just came with it, you know, and that's something that I really enjoyed with our relationship, with our friendship and our relationship. But to fast forward, I just wanted to give y'all like a brief history of my side of things and just where my heart is with it and how I feel, because yeah, let's just fast forward. So this recent incident, I know it can be a little weird because it's like y'all just posted a video, like I thought everything was good, I thought y'all was gonna last, like I was really rooting for y'all, I was really supporting y'all, like I thought this was it. Blase, blase, blase. Because a lot of people know that me and my ex definitely been, it's just been on and off and on and off and on and off. It's never been like we dated and it's just been consistent, whatever. So with this recent incident, it's just, it really just builds up with, like I always been dealing with, just the weird actions, she said one thing, but her actions isn't matching up with what she wants to do or what she, you know, what she says. And so that was a really big deal for me, because I'm just like, you're telling me these things, you're telling me you're sorry, you're telling me, you know, I'm gonna do better, you're telling me I'm not doing, you know, what I think that she's doing, but in all reality, you're not really changing. You're like the same you're the same person, bro. I'm not finna keep catering to some BS. So what got the whole situation jumping basically was, there's this and I'm not gonna say no names because that's not even my character. And let me remind y'all, I don't even do this. I don't like to do this I'm just clearing up some things on my end and telling y'all what it is for me, so that people don't just be like, oh, she don't care, she just be breaking up with her for no reason, she just be in Shan's life and then she be out of Shan's life and then she comes back and then no, I'm gonna let y'all know. I'm gonna really let y'all know the real too, because I don't have to cap, I don't have to flex, I don't have to lie, nothing for nobody, you know? So there was this person that I've been dealing with for a long time now. Like, dealing with for so long, I mean, she was around in my previous relationship. Like, I don't know. I really don't trust her motives. I really don't. Like, I even had to have a conversation with her, because I'm like, I don't want to bring all that energy you put me through in my last incident, I didn't want to bring that over here with my new situation. So I just told her, you know, like, it is what it is. You know, I told her what it is and I told her what it isn't. And that was it. The conversation was cool. I felt good after the conversation. I felt like if I was to ever see her in person, I could actually genuinely say hi or what's up or whatever. So, and I told Shan, I'm like, you know, when it comes to this situation, because you already know the history of the situation, please let me know whenever y'all have lunch, studio times, anything like that. So, and that was my only thing. I didn't care about them texting. I didn't care about them being on the phone. I was just like, when you in this girl's space, let me know. Every time they would have lunch, there was a time where I pulled up on Shan to pick up something. I was either picking up something or I was either dropping something off. And next thing you know, I'm like, well, what you doing? Who you with? You at Stella's? Like, who you with? And she like, oh, I'm with, what's the name? So I immediately get hot. I'm like, you wasn't gonna let me know? You wasn't gonna tell me that you was finna be there, like, or with her in that matter? So I kind of get upset and I kind of just pull off because I'm like, that's just common sense. You already know the history. You already know how I feel about this person. Yeah, I had a conversation. Things is cool, but it's still fresh to me. This is still new, you know? This was like a week after me having the conversation. So it's like, what y'all think we all buddy friends? No. So with that incident, I let it be very clear with any future link ups to really let me know. Like, I've already said it once. Now I know for sure you know. Like, I was in the shower. I remember she was standing outside the shower looking at me. I remember the whole encounter. So there's no way you can't tell me you didn't know. I didn't tell you nothing. So there was other incidents where she would link up with her, studio times, whatever. She don't tell me until days later, the day after, or hours after, whatever. But it would never be the time before, which is what I needed, right? Okay. So that was like, so now I'm at the point where, yeah, no, you're playing with me. Like, you're really, really playing with me. And I didn't say nothing. I just was like, you know what? You're trying me. I'm not really messing with this. Like I said, you know the history. And there was a time where I was in Chicago and I had went to Chicago to Illinois to drop my granny off back at home because she was in Minnesota here with me for like 2 weeks. And so when I'm out there at my granny's house, I get a phone call from one of my brothers and they're like, yo, I mean, I know you said you had a conversation with Shorty, but why is your girl in her music video? So I'm like, I go on the girl page. What music video are you talking about? So I go on there, I see it, I immediately get high. I don't say nothing to Shan at all until on our way, you know, leaving, because I didn't want to do any of that at my granny's house. I have too much respect, any of that. So I'm like, okay, that's crazy. Like, at this point, I just kind of feel like it's a part two. Like, I had to deal with the girl in part one. Now this is a whole nother situation. And so after me getting notified about the whole music video thing, I did confront Shan. And when I did that, it was like, oh, she was like, yeah, I told you I was going to the park, which she did tell me she was going to the park. But you never told me you was going to the park to record a music video, right? It's your so-called friend, so-called sister. Why can't you share the video? Why? Because you knew I was going to be mad about it. Because you didn't tell me when all I asked for you to tell me what is going on. I wouldn't have even been mad if she was in the video, if she would have just let me know that she was in the video. Boom. That was one incident. Then the next incident, which is the recent incident as to why we're in the situation we're in right now, was, oh, you know, I'm going to this cipher thing. I'm like, okay. But such and such is going to be there. Oh, well, you're not going. Like, you're not you know what I mean? You're not going. So, so that was that. She didn't go to the cipher thing, but I guess she had got invited out to a karaoke night, bar thing or whatever. I'm like, okay, cool. She ended up going. I guess Shorty walked in. She was there. She called me and she let me know, that she was there. And I'm like, so I'm just not leaving class. I'm just on an all-time high with that. So at that point, y'all, I'm just irritated. I'm like, it is what it is, whatever. I don't even care. Do you have a great night, you know, be safe. But then I'm getting text messages, I'm getting phone calls, like, why is Shorty on her Instagram story and she's dang near the whole story? So me knowing the person, I'm like, she's very, like, she just do stuff for attention. She do stuff knowing that what it's going to do for other people. Like, she know I'm going to find out for sure. And it's just like, for me with Shan, it's kind of more of a loyalty thing at this point. Like I said, because you know the history, you know what's going on, you know what it is, you know what it ain't. So I don't even know why you entertain these certain situations. Or I don't even know why you still want to keep this relation with this person, knowing, you know, if I'm not feeling comfortable with it and you know what it is, then just dead it. Like, I would have just left. Like, you know, it is what it is. So I actually picked up Shan after seeing the story myself and was like, you know, it's time to go. Like, I didn't get out the car. I wasn't on no, what's up? I wasn't doing any of that. I just pulled up. I called her. Actually, I called her first. And I was like, you know, where are you? And so I already knew where she was by just the surroundings she told me. So she was already outside, and when she came to my window, I was like, come on, it's time to go. She like, what? Da, da, da. I'm like, no, it's just, you know, it's time to go. So she said her goodbyes to whoever she said her goodbyes to when she went into the bar, whatever, came back out. We was arguing the whole way home because I'm just like, I don't know how you're not getting this. I don't know. And then she's telling me all these like, oh, well, this person, that person, da, 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 da. I wasn't even bothering her. I wasn't even with her. Da, da. It's not even that. If you would have handled the situation beforehand, like I told you to, she would have never even felt comfortable enough to even post you dang near her whole freaking story that night. I don't know, not one person. I let it be clear. Yo, my girl ain't feeling you. You know, it is what it is. I gotta let you go. Like, block, delete, all that. So it makes me think that you was woofing and you was trying to low-key keep this relation because of all the connects that you got with it. It's like, oh, you trying to, you know what I mean? Like, oh, and me knowing, like, it's just the loyalty part for me. Like, I just don't feel like I don't feel like she handled it, basically. I don't feel like she handled it the way that if it was on me, she would want me to handle it. Because, like I said, she would have never posted her in the first place. So that's what I was arguing with her about the whole way of me dropping her back off at her house. So she wanted to make a big old scene out in her apartment. I'm kind of just like, you know, I'm trying to pull off, but she's on my door handle. Like, my door is open. I'm trying to pull off, but I don't want to run her over. I don't want to, you know what I mean? I ain't trying to be reckless like that. So I'm still trying to have conversation, but I'm also still trying to go home because, like I said, I had a night. I just had class. I'm still in an all-time high with that. This just kind of blew it. I just want to go home, you know, cater to Ace, do what I got to do before I go to bed to wake up the next morning for church and be done, you know? Or to go to work in the morning. Actually, it was Friday night. So I had to go wake up and be somewhere by 10 a.m., be at the studio by 10 a.m. for work. So that's what I wanted to do. And so she kind of calmed down and we was talking about it because I know in relationships that you're going to go through things. You know what I mean? Y'all going to argue. Y'all going to fight. It ain't always going to be sweet. It ain't always going to be fun. So at that point, I'm like, man, is my pride getting in the way? Like, let me just knock this wall down this one time. You know, she like, let me just, you know, come over. We can just lay up and just chill and talk about it all night because I really want to be here for you. Blah, 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 blah. She was like, I don't want to just leave you like this. So usually I would just leave, but I'm like, let me just knock my wall down. I don't want my pride to, you know, I've been praying over my pride. Like, I don't want my pride to get in the way of my elevation. So, and me just growing as a person. So I just was like, okay, you come with me. We'll talk, dead it, move on, whatever. So, that next morning or that night, when she came over, she did do what she said she was going to do. When I told her how I felt about it, like genuinely crying, I mean, like, I just felt embarrassed. I felt like I said, another part 2 all over again. Like, I'm just over the BS because I see it in my face. Like, I see the BS in my face, you know? So I'm just like, you know what? Like, I'm just feeling like this, blah, blah, blah. And she didn't respond to anything I said. But petty old shit. Like, petty old shit. I'm taking my dog out, you know, like I said, taking him out on a walk, making sure he got to do what he got to do. Like, she want to talk about that. She want to, so you just going to keep walking. You ain't going to hold the door open. You really let me sleep on the couch. You really let me, you know, it's like all these things you want to argue and provoke me about, but you don't want to talk about the real incident after me venting to you about how I felt, you know? I literally put my whole wall down, try to let you in on something that I'm really feeling, but I really don't know how to say, but I'm saying it the best way I know how. And that's all you can say is me holding the door open for you. So when she didn't come in my room, because we was at my house. We went to my house. We was at her house, but we went to my house. So when she didn't come in my room and we sleep together, and I had woke up that next morning, like I said, to go to work, she was gone. She never told me that she was leaving. nothing. So when I had woke up, I had hit the girl up myself because I told Shannon that night, I said, because you did not handle it, and because I gave you multiple times to handle this, I'm just going to handle it myself. So I reached out to the person myself, and I specifically asked her, yo, can you take that down? I don't appreciate it. Whatever point, whatever you was trying to prove, it's not needed. I mean, I could show y'all that myself. And so she laughed at my original message. Then she blocked me because I had sent another message after that, after her laughing at my original message. This is the childish, petty things that I be talking about that I don't have time for. So I'm at the studio. I'm with my girls. You know, I'm going class after class. I get a message, a voice message. So after one of my classes, I have 10-minute breaks in between them. So I'm listening to the message, and they talking about, oh yeah, Shan surprised me. And I don't know if it's facts or not. But her and some dude that Shan is actually really, really good friends with, supposedly, I don't know if that's even facts. Like, oh, Shan surprised me when she brought my boyfriend up here, you know what I mean, to surprise me or whatever. She surprised me with my boyfriend. She brought him up here for me. So that's immediately, nah, you know. I was over it at that point. And she just was like, you know, I don't know. She was like, I don't know what you think it is between me and Shan. I don't like Shan. Me and Shan are just friends. And I'm like, that's not even the problem. I don't think that you want my girlfriend. That's not my issue. My issue is not even with the girl. My issue has always been with Shan, because at the end of the day, I don't have to do anything with this person. This person don't do anything for me, but my girlfriend does. That has a lot to do with me. We are one. Like, you know what I mean? So you're a representation of me and vice versa. So it's like, I have everything to do with this person, which also gives me another idea that you didn't tell her what it was on your end. Like, nah, I almost said her name. Nah, I can't rock with you because I ain't been communicating with my girl the way that she needs me to. You know, we've been linking up, we've been at the studio, we've been doing lunch, blah, 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 whatever they've been doing. And I ain't been communicating with her because she would have never brought up about her saying that I think that they got a thing or something. That's not the problem. That wasn't the issue. And so that also made me like very embarrassed, because I'm like, if you think I'm pressed over you, like, I'm very stern in who I am and what I believe and what I represent. And me hating on you, me being jealous of you, or whatever y'all got going on, that's not the issue. Like, so that's another reason why for a fact I knew that, my ex didn't take care of that situation in the way that she was supposed to. So I told her, like I said, I am at work. So I told her I would call her when I leave work. I seen that she got her reads on, so I seen that she read my message for sure. So when I had got off work, I had called her, but the thing went to like voicemail twice. And I think I did text. I said I called and it never delivered, which means that you blocked me again. So y'all, by this time, I'm done. I'm done. Cause I'm not gonna go through this again, right? I hit up my ex. I'm like, I'm done. Like, I don't want no parts in whatever this is. I don't have no time for any of this, right? So I'm at home. I finally get home. Oh, no. After work, I had went to a performance, and then I had went to the nail shop. Shannon had called me while I was at the nail shop, and she heard my background. So she knows where I go get my nails done. So she pulled up, trying to say her little piece, I just drove 25 minutes. Like, you can't talk to me. You don't want to talk to me. Like, let's fix this. I don't want to lose you, blah, blah, blah. At that point, I don't want to hear it. It's literally like, I don't even have a feeling towards it no more, because I've been through this with her for so many times. Like, I'm just really mentally, physically, emotionally over it. So, we leave the nail shop, and I see her following me. Mind you, this is not her first time doing this. She thinks just because she's a few cars back all the way behind me, she don't know that I know that she's following me. So I go home. I'm thinking, okay, maybe she didn't follow me because I lost sight at this point. Because at the direction that we were going, her house is also, you know, in that direction. So I'm thinking she just went home. So I pull into my parking lot. There was no parking, so I pull out to go in front to see if there's parking up there. Boom, here she go, coming. I'm coming this way. She's coming this way. So I'm about to turn to the front. She's turning and she stops her car in the middle of the freeway. So I go around, boom. I duck off somewhere real quick for a little quick minute because I know she's looking for me. Because I'm like, you know what? I don't have time for this. Mind you, this is not our first go round of her doing this weird, you want to follow me and harass me, and wherever I go, you want to go and make a scene at wherever we at just to tell me your side, when it's like I already put the puzzle together. It's already made up in my head. I said what I said. Next thing you know, 10, 15 minutes go by. I hear somebody knocking at my door. It's her. I'm not answering the door. I'm like, I don't even know why you're here. Blah, blah, blah. But she's not letting up. And she ain't doing, mind you, I live in an apartment complex. She's not doing no light. I mean, she banging at my door, knocking on it all hard and aggressive, like whatever. So because I don't want no issues with my neighbors, because I'm cool with all of my neighbors, literally, like everybody down this hallway, we all know each other. We all cool. So I open up the door. I'm like, what's up? I'm like, what's up? She like, you really going, da, 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 you really going, da. And at this point, I'm laughing because I'm just like, yo, you're sick. Like, you have to be sick if you think that I'm finna believe you. So at this point, she keep asking me like, so you really done with me? You really done with me? I'm like, yeah. Now, me knowing Shan, I'm like, I need to hurry up and get gone because I know that things can fester up really, really quick just off of past incidents I've had with her. You know, I've learned dealing with her with my anger to not allow nobody to get out of my body. I don't have to, because somebody is giving me that type of energy, I don't have to give that same person that energy right back. I can just be the bigger person, stay calm, and remove myself from the situation. So that's what I learned from her. So when she kept provoking me, after I'm telling her, like, stop touching me, I don't want you to touch me, but you my girlfriend though, but you my girlfriend though, so I can touch you, but I'm not, you know, I'm not your girlfriend. And I really want you to leave because you're not even wanted here at this point. So when I had said that, things got real rough. Like, she kept provoking me in my closet. I'm picking up my home. I'm cleaning up per usual. I'm cleaning up and she like grabbing me, being all aggressive. I mean, my chest still hurt from her like pushing my chest in. Next thing you know, I'm on my bed. I don't know how I got on my bed, but I was on my bed. She like got on top of me, was holding my wrist all super tight, boom, whatever. So when she had got on top of me, I had rolled over to like have her get up off of me so I can get up off my bed. This girl puts her mouth, her hand over my mouth and my nose, and literally, I swear, y'all, she tried to like suffocate me. Like, mind you, I've had an incident with Shan where I felt like this girl really could have killed me. Like, on Christmas of last year, this girl grabbed a whole knife and a whole argument that was built up off of on her. So I already knew that at that point, she had to go. Like, you just try to suffocate me. You over here provoking me. I'm over here telling you to not touch me. I'm over here telling you to not touch me, so I'm pushing you. Now you mad because I'm pushing you up off of me to tell you to back up, stop touching me. And now you're provoking me again because you like, stop touching me. It's little things like that. It's shit like that that I don't want to deal with in a relationship. Like, I've tried, y'all, I've tried to be there for Shan. I've tried to support Shan. I've tried to love on Shan in all different kind of ways that I knew how, and even learned just from what she wanted for me to do. I mean, I've done it all. That's just not, that's not cool, bro. Like, it's not cool. And I'm tired of, you know, I don't go through the norm. Like, normal relationships to me, when I deal with my previous relationships, like, we argue, we may fight, and whoever see that fight. and we talk about it and we move on. But don't know weird things happen in the process. My stuff don't get touched. My car don't get vandalized. My name don't get dragged through the mud. My things don't get, you know what I mean? I don't get the police called on me. I don't have them on social media trying to make it, you know, point the finger my way. I don't deal with that kind of stuff. That's the stuff that Shannon puts me through dealing with her. Like, she can't just deal with things and then just allow it to process, and then we talk about it and then we move on. It's always, if she not getting her way or what she need at that time, then it's, oh, I'm finna go mess up your car, or oh, I'm finna go slash your tires, or I'm about to key your car, or I'm about to call the police on you, or I'm finna. No, you can't do that. You cannot do that. So when she had posted that post on Facebook, her suicidal post, like, that took a lot out of me. That took a lot out of me, because I have so many people calling my phone, texting my phone. And don't get me wrong, I appreciate y'all checking in. I appreciate y'all, you know, reaching out and things like that. But that took a lot out of me, because everybody's just asking me, you know, checking up, you know, is Shan good? Is Shan good? All I hear is Shan good. All I'm reading is Shan good? You know, are you good? Some of them, they did check on me and ask me if I was good. But that was a lot for me, because it's like, I just feel like I look like the bad guy, because nobody knows that we have broken up, because I don't go to social media or let it be known that I have any issues with anybody, because I don't like nobody personally in my business. So, reading that and just hearing that, I'm like, don't pay me out to be the bad guy. Don't pay me out to make me look like I'm the reason, or how she feeling like this, and she in a whole relationship, like, what's up with Shay, and blah, blah, blah. So I just felt like I needed to make this video to kind of clear things up on what it is and what it ain't. And what I'm learning, like I said, I've been doing this with Shan for so long now. I've reached my breaking point, because throughout all, and y'all don't even know all of it. Like, that ain't even, it's so much more that this person has done to me that y'all don't even know. Just know, throughout all the crazy incidents that this person has put me through, I still loved her the same. I still wanted to be there for her. I still wanted to help her, you know, help her with her mental health, help her deal with issues, instead of making them so, like, extra. You know, everything don't need attention. Some things just happen just because. But if you keep allowing your emotions and your feelings to get the best of you, you're never going to win. And I will always try to teach that. I will give Shan so many ropes, and she would never use them to climb them up. She would never climb the ropes. She just always hold on to them, but she ain't never doing nothing with it. You know how you be in gym and you got them ropes that you gotta, you know what I mean? No, she the one that want to stand on the sideline and be like, nah, I'm good. She don't want to elevate. She don't want to win. She just want to be stuck. And I don't want to be stuck, because then I feel like I'm holding my own blessings back. I feel like I'm holding my own stuff up. I feel like I'm, you know, like, I'm not moving as myself. I've been doing so much since I made that decision. And as hard as I didn't want to make that decision, just based off how I feel about her, based off the history, based off, you know, the feelings and the confidence and things like that she gave me, that was it. You know, as I was having a conversation with my best friend, some people are just in your life for a temporary time, like, just for temporary. Like, they just be there to show you or teach you something, and then let that be it. Me and Shan was never supposed to date. We was never supposed to do any of this, because she just don't operate how I operate. She don't move how I move. She don't love how I love. She don't have loyalty like how I have loyalty. And to be honest, when I really start to think about it, she may have been the only one there for me back then when I needed somebody the most, when I needed all of what she gave me. But I have everything that I need now. My family is more than enough for me. My best friend is more than enough for me. Like, my siblings are more than enough for me. Like, I have everything that I need. If I need anything, I know who to call on besides you. No, every week I'm arguing with you. I'm bickering. I'm fighting. I'm trying to, like, love on you all under the same breath. Like, I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being stressed out. I ain't never been so stressed out a day in my life. I've been having bumps all over my face. I never grew up with acne. I've never had acne, never had a bump on my face. If it was there and it was gone. Like, this, it has stayed. I don't know when it's gonna leave. I don't know. I'm just trying to get back to my self-love. I don't know if y'all watched my other previous video. It's kind of a few months ago, but it was my self-love video. And that's when a whole nother traumatic incident had happened with her. So it just shows me that, you know, I gotta let this go. I have to truly let this go. I have to truly move on. You know what I mean? I have to love her from a distance. Don't get me wrong. I still love Shan. Like, even through all of this crazy stuff, like, she'll never know. I was the only one that was really physically there for Shan through it all. Like, through it all. I mean, I don't know. But I just thought I'd clear up my name and this whole situation. Again, I don't like to do this, but I felt like I needed to in defense for myself. It is what it is. Honestly, I don't care who thinks, what people think about my situation. It's my situation for a reason. I stuck with it as long as I felt like I had to, or until I reached my breaking point for my own reasons. Like, everybody got their own reasons as to why they do stuff or why they be with the same person after so many crazy incidents. And that's just my story. You know, there's some people that aren't going to deal with this. And there's some people that will, that try to stick and fight because of high hopes. Like, I had really high hopes for Shan. I was trying to help her in the best way I knew how. I was trying to put her on with God. Like, really just started praying for your mental health, praying for your emotions and your anger and how you operate and go about things. Like, it's so many things. It's so many things. Like I said, this is only just 5% of the 100% that y'all even know. So, and y'all, like I said, I don't even know if y'all ever know that. But yeah, so that's the situation. Thank you guys for, you know, staying in tune. Thank you guys for even following my own journey with me. I know this can be very confusing and toxic, and I just don't want to represent nothing like that because I don't get down like that. Because I know her character, I'm like, you gotta change, because I don't want people to think that I be on what you be on, because I don't. You know, I don't. And I see why. It's all starting to add up to me. You know, God works. Just know God works. And I just hope that I was able to reach out to anybody that's watching this video. You know, if you're dealing with any of what I've explained in this video, you know, either you gonna talk to that person, let them know, put your foot down and be like, yo, I'm not going for this no more. You're gonna have to change this, that, and the third, and some, you know, if it's really like that. Or I gotta go. You know what I mean? Like, don't stick around because of love. Don't stick around because of past history. Don't stick around because of high hopes. Don't stick around, you know, and y'all arguing every week. You know what I mean? Just, you got so many excuses as to why you're still in this relationship, but it's not doing you no justice. You're not growing. It's nothing positive. Y'all not moving. Y'all not elevating. Y'all not, like, doing what you typically need to do in a relationship. So, I mean, like, really remove yourself. Literally remove yourself. When whoever it is, you know, when they show you them true colors, like, believe it. Like, believe it, y'all. Because it ain't going to do nothing but get worse and worse every time. I always had, like, this weird thought. And I'm not gonna lie, I feel like I saved myself a lot of headache, because I could have kept going. I could have just been like, you know, that could have just been a conversation. I could have just had a conversation with Shan. Boom. Moved on. I could have just did that. But, like, my time is now. You know, it's truly my time to take some time out for myself, to be still in this time, to go crazy. You know, it's my time to live my life. Like, I've been so cooped up in relationships. I've been so, like, I ain't never just had time for me, genuinely. I ain't never just took a break. I mean, since I was in high school, I've always been in a relationship, y'all. Like, even middle school. Like, I just always been into somebody else. Like, I always been there for somebody else. It's always been just somebody else. It ain't never just me. So I'm really excited for my new journey. I'm really excited about, you know, what God has in store for me, what, you know, the things that I could have been blessed with, but because I was in certain situations, God's not going to give me that because I'm not ready for it. So I'm ready. I'm putting myself in position to be ready for new great things, new blessings, and things like that. So thank you guys, like I said, for being in tune with me. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment, a heart down below for the love and support. I love you guys. I'm out.